Have you ever wondered how a single paycheck could change Hollywood history forever? Imagine your favorite movie heroes played by someone else because the studio almost pulled the plug, or another actor was ready to grab the role. In this video, you'll test your backstage trivia skills. Guess how much these stars really made when studios threw money at them in a last-minute deal. You'll have just 5 seconds to choose, but trust me, the truth behind these shocking paychecks will blow your mind. Drop your score in the comments and tell us, would you have taken the role for that price? And don't forget to subscribe, because here at The Price of Fame, we reveal the secrets behind every iconic Hollywood paycheck.
Harrison Ford, Han Solo. How much did Harrison Ford get paid to keep the role of Han Solo? A. $10,000. B. $100,000. C. $500,000. Harrison Ford wasn't even the studio's first choice for Han Solo. The role almost went to Al Pacino or Christopher Walken. Ford was just reading lines for other actors when George Lucas saw his effortless charm and cast him at the last minute. For Star Wars: A New Hope, 1977, Ford earned only around $10,000. But when The Empire Strikes Back came around, Ford famously held out, and Fox had to triple his fee to around $100,000 plus a share of merchandising. That last-minute paycheck switch made Ford a millionaire overnight and forever cemented him as the galaxy's favorite scoundrel.
Hugh Jackman, Wolverine. How much did Hugh Jackman earn for his first Wolverine role? A. $500,000. B. $1 million. C. $2 million. Believe it or not, Hugh Jackman wasn't the first pick for Wolverine. Dougray Scott was originally cast, but production delays on Mission Impossible 2 forced him to drop out. Fox needed a replacement fast, so they took a chance on a relatively unknown Aussie theater actor. Jackman landed the gig days before shooting, earning just $500,000 for X-Men 2000. The role that almost slipped through his claws turned him into a global superstar, and by the time of Logan 2017, Jackman was earning $20 million per film as the iconic mutant. Will Smith, Neo. How much did Will Smith turn down for The Matrix? A. $5 million. B. $10 million. C. $15 million. Will Smith was the Wachowskis' top choice to play Neo in The Matrix, 1999. But Smith wasn't convinced by the pitch. He found the bullet time concept confusing and chose to do Wild Wild West instead. He walked away from what would have been at least a $10 million paycheck up front, plus back-end profits. The role went to Keanu Reeves, who accepted a lower base salary but made over $35 million once the movie became a sci-fi classic. Will later joked that he probably would have messed it up. Sometimes the money you lose shapes your legacy too. Emily Blunt, Black Widow. How much did Marvel offer Emily Blunt to be Black Widow? A. $250,000. B. $500,000. C. $1 million. Before Scarlett Johansson donned the black leather, Marvel actually cast Emily Blunt as Natasha Romanoff in Iron Man 2, 2010. Blunt was offered around $250,000 for the role, but she had to turn it down due to scheduling conflicts with Gulliver's Travels. Marvel then pivoted to Johansson, who made a similar amount at first, but her deal grew exponentially with each Avengers film. Emily Blunt later joked about missing out on the MCU paycheck machine, but she still found her blockbuster fame elsewhere. One missed paycheck, a billion-dollar franchise.
Tom Selleck, Indiana Jones. How much did Tom Selleck lose out on for Raiders of the Lost Ark? A. $500,000. B. $1 million. C. $2 million. Tom Selleck was Spielberg and Lucas's original Indiana Jones. He screen tested and got the part, but his Magnum PI contract wouldn't let him out. So Harrison Ford, who had just finished Han Solo, was brought back in at the 11th hour. Selleck missed out on an estimated $500,000 up front, plus royalties. He later admitted it was the role that got away, but Magnum PI turned him into a TV icon instead. Sometimes a studio's last-minute switch makes one man a legend and leaves another forever wondering, what if?
John Travolta, Forrest Gump. How much did John Travolta turn down for Forrest Gump? A. $5 million. B. $10 million. C. $20 million. Hard to believe, but John Travolta was the first choice to play Forrest Gump before Tom Hanks. Travolta passed, thinking the role was too risky and quirky. A huge miscalculation. The studio offered around $10 million, plus a slice of the box office. Tom Hanks stepped in, negotiated for back-end profits instead of a huge upfront check, and the film grossed over $600 million worldwide. Hanks earned upwards of $40 million in the end, winning an Oscar while Travolta was left kicking himself. Sometimes the money you say no to changes Hollywood history forever.
Matt Damon, Avatar. How much did Matt Damon lose turning down Avatar? A. $50 million. B. $150 million. C. $250 million. James Cameron offered Matt Damon the lead role of Jake Sully in Avatar 2009, plus 10% of the box office. Damon declined due to scheduling conflicts with the Bourne franchise. The movie went on to gross nearly $3 billion worldwide. That decision cost him an estimated $250 million in lost earnings, one of the biggest missed paydays in Hollywood. Sam Worthington, a relatively unknown Aussie actor, stepped in for a fraction of that. Damon has joked he's the dumbest actor in the world, but at least his Bourne legacy stayed intact.
Nicolas Cage, Superman. How much would Nicolas Cage have made as Superman? A. $5 million. B. $10 million. C. $20 million. In the late 90s, Nicolas Cage was cast as Superman in Superman Lives, directed by Tim Burton. Cage even did costume fittings and concept shoots. The studio was ready to pay him $20 million, but the project fell apart due to budget and script issues. Amazingly, Cage still got paid thanks to a pay-or-play clause. So while the world never saw him fly in that iconic suit, Cage made a fortune for doing basically nothing. Hollywood loves last-minute deals. Sometimes they're just expensive dreams that never come true. Al Pacino, Han Solo. How much did Al Pacino say no to for Star Wars? A. $35,000. B. $150,000. C. $500,000. When George Lucas was casting Star Wars 1977, Al Pacino was hot off The Godfather and was offered the role of Han Solo. The paycheck? Around $35,000 up front. Not huge by today's standards, but significant at the time. Pacino turned it down because he didn't understand the script. The role went to Harrison Ford, who became an icon and made millions from the sequels and merchandise deals. Pacino later joked that he gave Ford his entire career. One lowball paycheck that turned out to be priceless. Eric Stoltz, Marty McFly. How much did Eric Stoltz get paid for Back to the Future, even though he didn't make the final cut? A. $50,000. B. $250,000. C. $500,000. In 1984, Eric Stoltz was cast as Marty McFly and filmed nearly 6 weeks of Back to the Future. But producers felt his dramatic style wasn't working for the comedic tone they wanted. They made a drastic last-minute switch, replacing him with Michael J. Fox, who was their original first choice but was unavailable until then. Stoltz still got paid his full fee, around $250,000, for scenes that never saw the light of day. Meanwhile, Fox's last-minute deal turned him into an 80s icon and helped the movie gross over $380 million worldwide. One paycheck lost, another star born overnight.
In Hollywood, one paycheck can rewrite history. A single last-minute deal can turn an unknown into an icon, or leave a star forever wondering, what if? From million-dollar missed chances to legendary roles that almost didn't happen, these stories prove money doesn't buy talent, but it sure can make legends. So how many did you guess right? Drop your score in the comments and tell us, which switch shocked you the most? If you love digging up these behind-the-scenes paychecks and the crazy decisions that shaped